How would you best describe the house buying process in Jersey? How many jurisdictions are there out there that make the most expensive financial decision fraught with risk? There will always be risk, but the process in Jersey? Well, for those that have never bought a house in Jersey before, the first thing I'll say is that it hasn't changed for a long time, and therefore, by default, it works. Also, the chances of it changing are very, very unlikely. If you're looking to purchase a property in 2025, this is me giving you a friendly heads up so you can dive in forewarned. It can be one hell of a ride. First up, before you do anything else, get your mortgage application in and at least get an idea of what you can borrow in principle. This can take some time, so get that in. Then you can move forward with a general idea and look at some properties that you can afford. You will not get formal mortgage approval until a survey has been carried out. Once you have found a property that you like, and the offer is accepted, you'll need to appoint a lawyer to act on your behalf. Then the process can start in earnest. In simple terms, your estate agent will instruct lawyers and set a court date. They will also carry out the inventory. Once this has been done, the lawyers will check title, boundaries, covenants, etc., and much more. Your bank will then instruct a surveyor and they will carry out a valuation on the bank's behalf. This is the banks covering their asses and checking that there are no issues with the property, such as subsidence or a broken roof, but also that you are not overpaying. Yes, even in Jersey. Survey is okay, lawyers are happy, property completes on the agreed date. Happy days. See, pretty easy and straightforward if it all goes to plan. However, that rarely happens, and even a smooth transaction has some bumps. Many deals fall apart at survey, lawyers find issues that do need to be sorted, parties get annoyed, and the deal falls apart. Or, the one that takes the biscuit, people change their minds very late in the process. The start is understandable, but right near completion, that can be unacceptable. Hear me out. Why is our system geared towards everything happening after the offer has been accepted? Why isn't there an inflection point where buyers and vendors have to commit? If they pull out after then, there is a penalty. It happens in plenty of other jurisdictions. Why does all the relevant property information only get provided once fees are being incurred? Wouldn't it be much easier to make an offer with all the information already provided so it's an educated decision? It would hurt no one, and I bet you the rate of people pulling out would drop. Some quick wins would include vendors providing the survey to anyone interested that shows what needs to be carried out at the property, if any, carried out by the same surveyors, just done at the start of the marketing process. Property deeds and any other information readily available on a public system for people to access and view before instructing lawyers. Again, forewarned. Even better, it could be all nicely tied up in a sales pack provided by agents. Finally, once all the checks and balances have been carried out, mortgage approved, etc., you sign the contract and complete in a few extra weeks. 10% penalty to anyone who pulls out after that point. Again, it happens in other places, so why not here? This gives people time to move, and it's not a mad rush after completion on a Friday. Actually, just get rid of transacting through court on a Friday. It seems outdated, and no one can give me a good reason why it cannot be done any other day and not in court. All of the above will lead to less people being left living out of their boxes on a Friday as their purchaser or seller has decided that they don't want to move. As you have probably figured out, this subject gets me a bit. Most people's biggest transaction, and it is fraught with unnecessary risk. It's mental. It can cost people thousands of pounds that they will not get back. I've even seen it near bankrupt people. It seems that the only people who can change this are the government, and it will be very low on their priority list. That I am certain of. The funny thing is, no one's really to blame for what has always been done. Honestly, I hate that phrase. Did you know that in Dubai you can do the whole property transaction, start to finish, on an app? In France and the US, the offer letter is legally binding. In Norway, you can buy your onward move and have time to sell your former property. Sounds nice. For such a small place to have such an outdated system, it's a bit baffling. Surely there is a way to improve how it is done here. I suppose we better add that to the list.